during this time of prayer and fasting as a church, we start every year this way. And I love how we're kicking off the new year on Sundays. We're in a collection called Happy, Healthy, Holy. Has anybody been in church in the new year? We've got a lot of people coming to church, coming back to church. Happy, healthy, holy. And we got 3 words. We got 3 weeks of fasting. So we're using these words to anchor each week. Every single day we pray together live on Instagram, and we're taking a topic. So week 1 we talked happy, and we broke it into 7 parts. This week it's week 2. We're talking healthy. Somebody say healthy. So that's what I want to do. I want to take the next few minutes we have together just to talk to you about health, about being healthy. And it's one of my favorite things to talk about. It's a core value for me in my life. It's a core value for our family and my home. Being healthy. It's something that's not foreign. It's something we talk about. It's kind of in the air, the ether, the zeitgeist, if you will. It's something we say a lot and hear a lot. I want us to consider it a little more deeply today. What does it mean to be healthy, and how do we achieve that in our lives? Health is of absolute vital importance in every area. It was a man named Morgan Housel who said 2 things impact everyone, whether you're interested in them or not: health and money. So maybe this isn't the message like you woke up asking God for today, or maybe this is not what you're expecting today. Listen, whether you're thinking about it or not, whether you're particularly interested in it or not, health is absolutely essential to your life. 2 things are relevant to us: our health and our money, and we should learn a little bit more about both of those things. It was Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, the first wealth is health. The first wealth is health. How many of you know it doesn't matter how much stuff you've got, how much money you got, how many houses or businesses or cars or whatever it is you like that you have, it's very hard to enjoy those things if you lose your health. How many of you know that health is the foundation in so many ways of life, not just physical, but across the board? If you're doing well in business, but you're struggling in your marriage, that lack of health in your relationship is going to affect everything. It's going to sour everything in your life. It's the first wealth. It was Winston Churchill who said, healthy citizens are the greatest asset that any country can have. So if you want to serve your country, you want to serve your community, you want to serve your family or your friends or your children, why don't you start by investing in your own health? And watch as the people around you find blessing in the overflow of your life. Not trying to kill yourself to save someone else, but rather investing and going, I need to be healthy so I've got something to give. So I've got a way to serve. So I have more than enough to offer the people around me. And we know the foundation for this whole collection, Happy, Healthy, Holy, is one little verse in the book of 3 John. It's right at the back of the Bible, easy to find. 3 John chapter 1, verse 2. This is what he says. He says, dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health. Someone say good health. And that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well. He says, I pray, dear friend, that you may have good health and that all may go well as your soul is getting along well. I love that. I pray that you'd be healthy, not just in your body. That may be the first place your mind goes, working out, and that's important. But it's every area of our lives. I want to be healthy physically. I want to be healthy emotionally. I want to be healthy mentally. I want to be healthy financially. I want to be healthy professionally. I want to be healthy relationally. I want to be healthy spiritually. Every facet of my life. And what does it mean to be healthy? Well, we could just say health is wellness. Health is when everything is functioning properly. Health is when everything is as it should be, when everything is in its right place. And formally, we kind of define health as the state of being free from illness or injury. The state of being free. I like that. Health is freedom. Health is a freedom. It's not defined in terms of having something. It's defined in terms of being free from something. It's what you might call like a negative possession. Like I don't need to give you anything for you to be healthy. I actually just need to make sure you're free from injury and you're free from illness. It makes it universal in that sense. We can all have it because we don't need to get anything. We just need to be free from something. The challenge with health often is that it's not valued until sickness comes. Health is something that's sometimes hard to notice when you got it, but it's impossible to ignore when you lose it. It's something that maybe we don't give enough attention or focus to until something goes wrong or something breaks or something's not working, and we go, man, how do I get healthy again? But if you don't know why it's working when it's working, you're not going to know how to fix it when it breaks. So we got to get to know ourselves. We got to know how am I healthy physically? How am I healthy mentally? How am I healthy spiritually? What are the practices? What are the steps to health in my life? And so that's what I want to give you. I got 5 minutes. I'm going to take maybe like 2 more because I got 7 steps, okay? 7 steps to health in your life. 7 steps to being healthy. Now, before I talk about these steps, let me just do one digression, okay? Just one, a short one. So we're talking about the pathway to health. And we're talking about how to get to health. And I want to start by saying, you know how you don't get to health? You don't get to health through your appetites. I think it's important for us to talk about if you want to be healthy, you're not going to follow your desires. Now, we find ourselves in life filled with desires. I got all kinds of things. I want this, I want that, I want to buy this, I want to eat that, I want to go there, I want to spend that. But the reality is if you obey your desires, you're going to become a slave to your desires. How many of you know an appetite is a beautiful servant but a terrible master? So the more you obey your appetites, the more you become enslaved to them, and then we're really no higher than the animals. Like, we have to put our appetites in check. That's not the path to freedom. We think if I get everything I want, that's freedom, right? Freedom is to do whatever I want, go wherever I want, have whatever I want. In fact, the opposite is true. We think we buy the lie of desire. What's the lie of desire? If you give me what I want, I'll go away. But we all know that's not true because we've been alive for more than 5 minutes, okay? The way that you get rid of a desire is not by feeding it, it's by starving it. And in fact, this is what our fast is all about. It's not about starving our bodies, it's about starving our desires. Because as we starve our desires, they'll cease to grow and they'll start to shrink, and we'll put them in their proper place. And I won't be a slave to my body or my feelings or my thoughts. Instead, I will tell those things where to go. I tell my body what to do, when to wake up and when to go to sleep, and what to eat and how to work. And I'm going to learn how to tell my mind what to think and my tongue what to say. And I'm getting ahead of myself. The pathway to health is not the way of desire, it's the way of wisdom. The way of wisdom. And that's what I want to talk to you about. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 4. Proverbs 4, this is the book of wisdom. Starting in verse 18, listen to this. This is incredible. I got 2 minutes. All I had to do is read this, and it'd be enough for your morning. It'd be worth your time. Maybe you forgot it. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18. The path of the righteous, we're talking about the pathway to health right now. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter to the full light of day. The path of the righteous just goes up and up and up and up. It's like the morning sun just rising until it's like the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. Have you ever wondered, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep falling in the same way or into the same pattern or into the same sin? It's like darkness. I don't understand what's wrong. My son, pay attention to what I say. Turn your ear to my words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart. For they are life to those who find them. And here it is, health to one's whole body. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths of your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Keep your feet from evil. This is the pathway to health. It's the way of wisdom. Not doing what feels right, but submitting your feelings to what is right. And the question may be, well, how do I know what's right? Well, I think we got to obey the wisdom of some people who have gone before us, but more importantly, the wisdom of God. the supernatural wisdom God's been revealing to people over literally centuries. Thousands of years he's been speaking to men and to women, and they've recorded it right here. And you should probably spend some time in this book this year. If you want some wisdom for your life, follow the path of wisdom and you will find yourself in health. All right, 7 steps to health. 7 steps to health. I'm just going to keep moving. We said 7 different areas. And I'm just going to give you these in aphorisms because we don't have 7 weeks. I was going to say we have 7 minutes. We got 7 seconds, okay? We could hit each of these in a sermon, but I'm just going to throw them to you in an aphorism. It's a little pithy statement that hopefully contains some wisdom that you can take and chew on and think about. So I want you to write these down. 7 steps to health. Number 1, in your physical health. I wrote it this way. Super simple. Decide what you're going to eat and how and when you're going to exercise. I know it doesn't sound deep. It's very important. Your body's one of the greatest assets God's ever given you. And you cannot live through anything except your own body. So you want to talk and you want to preach and you want to pray and you want to do these things that seem more spiritual. You got to take care of this body. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do any of those things. So just decide, this is what I eat and this is how and when I exercise. Not everyone has to do it the same. You don't have to have the same diet or the same schedule, but you got to have a plan for your health. This is how I'm going to take care of my body, okay? Number 2, we're talking about emotional health. And I just wrote it simply. I said, express your feelings. Don't suppress your feelings. You gotta let your feelings out. You gotta be honest about your emotions. I'm preaching to myself. You can't just push things down and hope that they'll go away because you'll end up blowing up on somebody and yelling at your wife. I've never done it before, but I see it, I've been married 11 years. We've had lots of moments. In fact, can I tell you a short story? Okay, never mind. Yesterday, so my job in the morning is to take the kids to school. But sometimes I'll go to the gym, and when I come back from the gym, I time it so I walk in and the kids are ready, and I put them in the car, and then I leave. So yesterday, I got up early. I got to the gym 2 minutes early, 5:58 a.m. I met Adrian Molina at LA Fitness on Bird Road. Shout out to LA Fitness. It's terrible. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry if you work at LA Fitness or something. No, it's taking care of my body. It's good. Anyway, I left the gym. I was like, I had plenty of time. I was like, you know what? I'm supposed to be home at 7:30. I'll be home at 7:15. I'm going to help my wife out. If she's running a little behind, I'll give her some time. I get back. They're supposed to be ready. They're nowhere near ready, okay? They look like they just woke up. They're walking out in their PJs, all of them. I'm like, this is crazy, right? So it's a delicate balance in my life, like when I get to school and get back. So if I'm late to the school, I got to go get late passes, and I look like an idiot, and I'm like there all the time. And so I texted my wife, and I just said, hey, it's very important that this morning thing is on time. I want to help you. Let's get it on time because if we're late to school, then I get late to work. I really value being on time. I want to be an example to my department. I want to be a leader at work. And I just wanted to tell you because I think if I didn't tell you, it might build up and I might be frustrated with you. And I said it to her and she said, you know what, you're right. Let's work on it. And it was over. And I wasn't annoyed all day, and we didn't have a fight, and it wasn't a blow. It was over. It was just express it. I'm trying to get better this year. Just expressing my feelings in a healthy way, in a timely way, getting it out there, okay? That was free. Number 3, your mental health. I know this is a deep topic. We could talk about this all day long. Mental health, just one thought that I wanted to give you. I wrote it this way. Guard your thoughts and your tongue. Guard your thoughts and your tongue. I think we have to create a filter for our minds, what we allow in and what we allow out. We got to be careful what we see and what we think. Don't accept every thought that makes its way into your mind. Pastor Rich preached it beautifully. And don't let every word come out of your mouth that you think of. We could get into James, or we could get into Proverbs 18, death and life, and the tongue is a fire, all those things. But we know your tongue is powerful, and the things you say matter. We got to learn how to control our thoughts and how to control our words. Amen? All right, number 4, financial health. I said it this way. Play the long game and tell your money where to go. Thank you, Dave Ramsey. Play the long game. Tell your money where to go. There's a lot of self-help in the world, and I'm all for it. Read all the books and get into it. Can I ruin it for you, though? Like, I can sum up all self-help in one phrase. Prioritize the long term over the short term. Done. There you go. Apply it to every area of your life, and you will be healthy and well. Because our desires tell us, I want what I want right now. Of course, we have other desires like, yeah, down the line, I'd love to have retirement. I'd love to have this and that, but I don't want to give up this right now. And so I don't want insurance. I don't want to have health insurance or life insurance or a retirement account. I don't want to take money out of my paycheck and send it to somewhere I don't see right now. But there's a deeper desire, and I submit that short-term thing to the long-term thing. Go, you know what? I'm going to take this now, and I'm going to obey the way of wisdom. I know it's not the way of desire, but wisdom would tell me I need to have life insurance because I have 3 children, praise God. I set up my life insurance on a Zoom call while I was packing for Israel. I had to be at the airport in 1 hour, and I was on Zoom with Mike Noriega. Like, let's get this done, you know? It was ridiculous. All right, number 5, professional health. Professional health. I said it this way, work hard and prioritize rest. Because both are essential. Work and rest, 2 sides of the same coin. Should I stop, Manu? Okay, I see you're looking at the clock. That's my fault. I'm sorry. Work hard and prioritize rest. Why do you do a 7-point sermon? I just told people not to do this on Sunday. Both matter a whole lot. Okay, you need them both. I want to say more stuff, but I'll move on. Okay, number 6, relational health. I said it this way. Practice gratitude and generosity. Maybe this doesn't sound relational. Listen, you want to have healthy relationships? Practice gratitude and generosity. Thank you for what you've given me. Thank you for what you've done for me. Thank you for who you are in my life. Here's what I want to give you. You got to serve people, but we also got to allow people to serve you. You got to give love and learn to receive love. I think this is key to relational health. Lastly, number 7, spiritual health. Spiritual health, and I just stole a phrase from the Bible. I said, draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Pursue God with passion. Pursue God diligently. Prioritize it. Schedule it. Put it in your calendar. Put it in your rhythm, in your routine of life. When do you do it? Where do you do it? Pursue God, because if you draw near to him, he'll draw near to you. And that's what we're doing right now.